there were a number of watch parties in Madison, and our Dave Delosier chose the terrace of the UW Memorial Union for his report.
Boy, that's a good choice. Dave, a perfect setting to catch World Cup fever.
I was going to say, is there a better place on earth? You know, Chicago, Washington, that's nice, but Union Terrace this time of year can't beat this, especially with what's going on behind me. You know, with the U.S. Team going deeper into the World Cup play, scenes like this behind us have become the norm. You know, we've got about 1,000 people, you know, this afternoon that have gathered out here to watch, and I can tell you play has resumed. And if anything scores, you probably won't be able to hear me because this place is going to explode. A lot of excitement. But if you... Oh, they're telling me that Belgium just scored. And you can tell from the crowd that it isn't good. But as I was saying, if you really want to understand the significance of this World Cup play and its importance, you need to spend some time this summer where the game is growing.
When you were only 8 years old but have been playing soccer since you were...
Since I was 2.
This summer has been kind of a big deal.
Oh, I've seen all the World Cup games, so pretty big fan.
And in a state where green and gold will always be king, Cameron Little's red, white, and blue is symbolic of a change.
It's very nice to have a World Cup when you're 8 years old and you're still playing soccer.
Mehdi wins a free kick.
With the World Cup serving as a backdrop, these kids represent the next generation of the game. And as they grow, the game here will grow with it.
The kids get more excited. They see themselves in the players that are playing now. Because who knows, you know, we have some kids who are 10 years old, 8 years old. In 2 or 3 World Cups, they could be representing the United States, and that's what's really exciting for them, and that's what's really exciting for us.
Joel Anderson is youth director at Kiva Sports Center and knows what a change soccer's growing popularity represents.
I grew up in a pretty small town in Wisconsin, and our soccer team went to state. And barely anybody noticed except for the soccer families. Our football team was terrible, but everybody showed up for the games.
Now, every time this happens,
oh, yes! Jermaine Jones!
the game grows a little more in this country.
Here!
And so do the dreams of 8-year-olds like Cameron.
What I want to be is a professional MLS player. So it's kind of a big dream, but I just have to work really hard to do it.
Now, anybody who doubts Cameron's going to get there hasn't had a chance to meet him. He's a neat little kid, and I have no doubts that he's going to reach his goals. Now, again, we're here. The game is continuing. They're in their extra time, and fans are obviously hoping that the U.S. can pull this thing out and not this matchup again. We want to show you some video that News 3 photojournalist Jeremy Nichols shot earlier, and you can see the fans were really into this. You know, a lot of back and forth towards the end of the regulation match, and you know, the fans just, as I said, it's the UW campus, so there's obviously an awful lot of red out here, so it wasn't much of a reach for people just to add a little bit of blue and white and turn this into a U.S. crowd. And again, like I said, they're all sitting here hoping that the U.S. can somehow manage to pull this out and make it into the quarterfinals.
As are we. We haven't been able to get a thing done this afternoon. It's not over till it's over. All right, thank you, Dave.
Not over till it's over. You bet.